Welcome back to the Thomas M. Garrity Athletic Complex as we get set to start Game 2 between the Gothic Knights and Rowan. Lineup for Rowan in Game 2 is almost the same. A couple notable changes. Brendan Winkler leads off again, plays second base. Danny Lang will get the start after coming in as a ninth-inning defensive replacement. He'll play third base and bat second. Mark Magliaro, who got the save in Game 1 after starting the game at shortstop, is back at short, batting third. Nick Toronto, the catcher, is the cleanup hitter. Kevin McMenamin, the DH, again bats fifth. New first baseman batting sixth is Casey Grimes, number 44. Matt Hill's the right fielder. After a big first game, he's in the seventh spot again. Felix Colorte is the center fielder batting eighth. And Eric Perez drops a spot in the lineup. He'll play left field and bat ninth. Leading off the second baseman, number 3, Brandon Winkler. Pitching for the Gothic Knights in Game 2, junior left-hander Pedro Garcia, and the first pitch by Garcia is high. With the injury to Orlando Bolano, an ankle injury, and he's actually left the complex. He's gone to the doctor. Pitch by Garcia is low. It's 2-0. The starting catcher will be Mike Cassiano, who started the year as a starting catcher. Alex Weinstein plays first. Juan Cruz at second. Mike Martucci at short. Brian Bastillo at third. That's a 2-1 pitch now after the strike by Garcia. Outfield's the same with Rivera in left, Patterson in center, Wagner in right. And that's hit in the air to center field. Patterson retreating. Underneath it makes the catch. Third baseman, number 11, Danny Lang. Danny Lang, who came in at shortstop in the last game, did not hit. He's a junior, 5'11", 185 pounds from Williamstown, New Jersey. We'll tell you a little bit about Pedro Garcia, the Gothic Knight starter in game number 2. He's 0-3 with a 6.85 ERA. 8 appearances, 5 starts, 23.2 innings. He has been wild. He has thrown 20 walks in 23.2 innings and struck out 16. A 275 opposing batting average. He's allowed 18 earned runs and 28 hits in those 23.2 innings. That's a strike. And it's 1-2. Gothic Knights need to get a big start out of Garcia. And that's lined over the head of a leaping Bastillo for a base hit. Andrew Rivera there and fires it back into Mike Martucci, but Lang is aboard with a hit. And his average is now over 300 for the season. Shortstop number 14, Mark Magliaro. With the loss, the Gothic Knights have officially been eliminated from NJAC tournament contention, as they fall to 1-12 in the league. And that's in the air towards right center field. That's going to fall for an extra base hit and roll all the way to the 375 mark on the wall. Lang rounds third. He will go home. Magliaro on his way to third with a sliding triple. Catcher number 9, Nick Toronto. So Nick Toronto hitting 373 is the batter. And first pitch is outside. Toronto hits in the air to deep left field. Rivera goes back and watches it over the wall, as Nick Toronto gives Rowan a 3-0 lead. The first team All-NJAC player a year ago with his 5th home run of the season. And Rowan, after a flyout, a single, a triple, a home run, and McMenamin comes up. Designated hitter number 15, Kevin McMenamin. McMenamin looks at ball 1. Now, you want to see Pedro Garcia have some success, but not a good start to game 2. That's low. A double here by McMenamin would give Rowan a cycle in their last 4 at-bats. A single, a triple, a home run. That's a strike. It's 2-1. That's hit in the air to left field. Rivera will lean in and make the catch. So 2 away. First baseman, number 44, Casey Grimes. Casey Grimes, a new player in the lineup, is a freshman, 6'2", 220 pounds, out of Gibbstown, New Jersey, went to Paulsboro High School. It's a big kid. And swings and misses at the first offering from Garcia. And it's 0-2 after the strike call. The 0-2 pitch by Garcia. That's high. It's only the first inning, but not a good start. After the teams played a 1-run game in the opener, the Gothic Knights fall to 3-4 in 7 one-run games this season. 1-2 pitch by Garcia. Nearly hit him. Garcia, the 2-2 pitch. It's low, and the count is full. That home run was just the 2nd allowed this year by Garcia. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4, and Grimes with the 2-out walk. The Gothic Knights have hit 3 home runs. Their opponents have hit 14 this year. The right fielder, number 21, Matt Hill. Matt Hill, who was a Gothic Knight killer in game 1. 4 for 4, 4 RBIs. He had an RBI every time he came to the plate, including a sacrifice fly. And he scored twice. One ball, no strikes. Garcia steps off, looks Grimes back to first. That's high. And Mike Cassiano comes out to chat with Garcia. So we'll see if the chat from Mike Cassiano will make a difference here. That's inside. Throw back to first, but he bounces it. It would have been a tough play anyway as Grimes retreats. 3 balls and no strikes. And that's ball 4. Back-to-back walks. And the inning goes on. And there will be a conversation immediately from pitching coach Nick Cesar. 7 batters in, and Pedro Garcia already looking like he's going to have a short afternoon of work. Felix Colarte will be the batter due up. He didn't play at all in game 1. He's a senior, 5'11", 195 pounds, from North Bergen, New Jersey, North Bergen High School. Same town as Pedro Garcia, although Garcia went to St. Joseph de Palisades High School. Center fielder, number 26, Felix Colarte. And fastball by Garcia on the inside corner, strike 1. Swing and a miss on the changeup, as he's ahead of that one. He went around, and Cassiano tags Colarte, and the inning comes to a close. So Colarte strikes out swinging. Hill and Grimes are left on base, but not before Rowan scores 3 runs on 3 hits. An RBI triple by Magliaro before a 2-run home run by Toronto. Gothic Knights will be coming up, trailing 3-0. Here's the lineup for the Gothic Knights in our second game. Michael Patterson will lead off against the exact same lineup with the exception of the 8th spot. Patterson leads off and plays center field. Brian Bastido, the third baseman, bats second. Pete Sennison, the DH, bats third. Michael Martucci is the cleanup hitter and shortstop. Alex Weinstein at first. Matt Wagner in right. Andrew Rivera hits 7th and plays left field. Mike Cassiano replaces Orlando Bolano, who was injured in game 1, and he will catch and hit 8th with Juan Cruz at second base batting 9th. Pitcher for Rowan is number 17 junior right-hander Brian Rice, a 6', 195-pounder out of Cherry Hill, New Jersey via Camden Catholic High School. He is 1-2 on the year with a 2.19 ERA. He throws to Nick Toronto. Casey Grimes plays first. Brandon Winkler, the second baseman. Mark Magliaro at short. Danny Lang plays third. Eric Perez in left field. Felix Colarte, the start in center, with Matt Hill in right. Center fielder, number 28, Michael Patterson. Patterson checks swing, and did he go around? He did not. Patterson was 1 for 6 in game 1. Fights that one off. Rice will field it. He will have an underhanded flip to first for the first out. Third baseman, number 19, Brian Bastillo. Brian Bastillo was 2 for 5 with the run and 2 RBIs in game 1. And first pitch by Rice is high. Rice 1-2, a 2.19 ERA, just his second start of the year in 8 appearances coming in. He's made 1 start, 1 save, 12.1 innings of work. He is struck out 9, walked 6. As lines, Magliaro ranges to his right, makes the throw, perfect. Designated hitter number 15, Pete Senazin. More on Rice. He's allowed just 8 hits in 12.1 innings, 3 earned runs, an opposing batting average of 170, one of the lowest on the team. Senazin showed bunt, but it was low. Popped up. Grimes, as the ball is blown back towards the field of play, is able to make the snare. And the inning comes to a close as the Gothic Knights go 1-2-3. We head to the second, Rowan leading 3-0. Eric Perez leads off for Rowan in the second inning. The Profs leading 3-0. The 0-1 pitch, that's chopped foul. That's high. The 1-2 pitch by Garcia is outside, and the count is now even at 2-2. About 70 degrees now. Still a light breeze. Makes it feel about 5 degrees colder because of the wind off of Newark Bay, which is about 50 feet to our left. Ground ball right back to Garcia. Look what I found. Runs over the first, flips to Weinstein for the out. Second baseman, number 3, Brandon Winkler. Back to the top of the order. Winkler flew out to center field. That was the first out of the game before 3 big hits for Rowan. A single, a RBI triple, and a 2-run home run by Toronto. That is high. Ira Thor with you here in Jersey City at the Thomas M. Gary Athletic Complex. Margie Alfano on camera for us in the third base side bullpen. Ground ball. Cruz goes to his right. The throw on the run. And it's in time for the second out. Third baseman, number 11, Danny Lang. Well, Lang had that single in the first inning that got the Profs ignited. Hitting .310 on the year. And curveball is very high. This is just the 12th start of the year. Lang has now played in 24 games. That's off the plate. Softball lost game 2 to the College of New Jersey 4-2. That's a strike. It's 2-1. That's popped foul. Two balls and two strikes. That's in the dirt, and the count is full. So a 3-2 pitch by Petey Garcia with 2 outs is ball 4, his third walk allowed today. Shortstop number 14, Mark Magliaro. So Lang has now reached base 2 times, and Magliaro had a triple to deep right center in his last at bat, going the opposite way. And first pitch inside corner for a strike. That's in the air to right center. Patterson going back, but he should be there, and he is. And the inning comes to a close. In the second inning for Rowan, no runs, no hits, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the second inning in game 2. Bottom of the second inning, and Michael Martucci leads off. Shortstop, number 10, Michael Martucci. Gothic Knights trailing 3-0. Rowan went down with just one over the minimum coming to the plate in the last inning, but they scored 3 in the first. And Martucci now on an 0-2 hole after a foul off and a called strike. That's high. It's 1-2. With the loss, by the way, softball has fallen to 11-23 overall. 2 wins in the NJAC. Just wide of the plate on the slider, and it's 2-2. Rice deals, and that's lined in the air to center field, but right at a well-positioned Felix Calarte. First baseman, number 24, Alex Weinstein. That's in the air to deep left field. How far is that going to go? Alex Weinstein with a bomb. His 3rd home run of the season, and the Gothic Knights are on the board. It's 3-1. The Gothic Knights have hit 4 home runs as a team this year. Alex Weinstein, the rookie from Colonia, has 3 of them. Right fielder number 32, Matt Wagner. And the first pitch to Wagner is popped straight up in the infield, and retreating and making the catch is Magliaro. Wagner slammed his bat down, realizing that he just missed that one. Left fielder number 1, Andrew Rivera. Well, we said that Weinstein has 3 of the 4 home runs this year. Andrew Rivera has the other one. And he fouls that off the other way for strike 1. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. There's one game against Framingham State in Florida where Alex Weinstein narrowly missed hitting 2 home runs, hit one to the wall and another one just a few feet in front of the track. So he's shown he's got the ability to hit the long ball all year. Rivera lays off that fastball outside. The home run, by the way, was the first hit of the game for the Gothic Knights. Pitch to Rivera. That's high. It's 2-2. Two-two pitch, and that's grounded foul of first base. We can estimate that as that ball that Weinstein hit over the fence, it cleared just to the left of the 375 mark and took one bounce right in front of the second set of fences. And that separates the Garrity Complex from Society Hill Housing Complex. Another foul ball by Rivera. I think we could safely estimate that that was about a 380-foot home run. I think that's a fair estimate right there because it's about 20 to 25 feet from the back of the wall, the outfield wall, to the retaining wall. 2-2 pitch. And that's outside 3-2. So the part of the park where the ball left was about 360. And it's probably another 20 feet after that. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that's outside for ball 4. So Andrew Rivera works out a full count and turns it into a walk. First walk allowed by Rice. And with 2 outs, the Gothic Knights have a base runner The catcher, number 41, Mike Cassiano. Mike Cassiano, who did not hit in Game 1 when he came in defensively in replace of an injured Orlando Bolano, will come to the plate hitting .216. That average, believe it or not, is up because for much of the season he was in the mid to high ones. There goes Rivera. The throw to second base won't even be close. Andrew Rivera with his 12th steal in 16 tries. Mike Cassiano, 8 hits, a quarter of which are doubles. He has 5 RBIs and 3 runs scored. .293 on base percentage, but he has 1,000 fielding percentage. And the pitch by Rice is low. And that's why he remained in the game for so long in the starting lineup, even when his batting numbers were not up there. Defensively, he's very good. Rivera goes about a third of the way down to third, and Rice throws ball 3. If Cassiano walks, Cruz is on deck. And if you're Mike Cassiano, I think you're patient here and try to work out a walk. And he's not. He tries to foul off. He fouls off the pitch on the 3-0. He got the green light to swing. Home plate umpire Fred Scaglione writing something down here. As Cassiano digs in, we'll face a 3-1 pitch here from Rice. And he fouls that one off, and it's even at 3-2. Brian Rice, the Game 2 starter, Game 1 starter, Andrew Lacey, left with what appeared to be an elbow injury. That's in the dirt, ball 4, so Cassiano does indeed walk, and that will bring up Juan Cruz. Now, even if Lacey doesn't throw another pitch this year, which, that possibility is distinctive, he should still be the NJAC Rookie Pitcher of the Year. I don't think there's anybody else in the league who can take that away from him, even if they go another week or 2 into the postseason. Second baseman, number 21, Juan Cruz. Juan Cruz, who had a couple hits in the opening game, now at .203, his average back above the 200 mark. He's 2 for 5 with an RBI and a run in Game 1. That's in the dirt, and it's ball 2. And the catcher, Nick Toronto, will come out to talk to Rice, who has thrown now 6 balls in his last 8 pitches. And for the game so far, 30 pitches, 3 pitches, half strikes, half balls, 15 and 15. Be a 2-0 count here. That is outside. And if Cruz gets on base, Michael Patterson will come to the plate. Ball 4, and Juan Cruz walks on 4 pitches. Back-to-back walks. The bases are loaded for the center fielder, number 28, Michael Patterson. And head coach Juan Renero out to have a conversation with Brian Rice. Now, Rice, of course, as we said in the pregame, not a starter by trade. He's been a reliever, only his second start of the year. On the flip side, though, the Gothic Knights are going with a reliever who's been turned into a starter this year, Pedro Garcia, because of necessity, because of all the injuries to other Gothic Knight pitchers. NJCU is down to really just 2, maybe 3 true starters in their rotation right now. So Michael Patterson, who grounded out his first at-bat, looks at strike 1 on the slider. Gothic Knights with a hit here could actually tie this game. That's fouled away, and it's 0-2. Patterson just missed. Three runs, 3 hits for Rowan. 1 run, 1 hit. Alex Weinstein with a bomb. And that's in the air to left field, coming in, and not going to be able to make the catch is Perez. Scored is Rivera. Coming around is Cassiano. And Michael Patterson with a single to left field. And the Gothic Knights have tied the game at 3. They will not go away, regardless of the score. And that's going to be it. Brian Rice's day is a short one. Juan Cruz on that hit went on to second base. And tied at 3, Rowan makes a pitching change in the second inning. Now pitching, junior left-hander number 28, Kyle Brown. So Kyle Brown to the mound for the Golden Brown, and Rowan, as we said, a very pitching-rich team. They've used 17 pitchers by my math this year. When you look at the ERAs, Brown is in the middle of that lineup. He's made now 12 appearances coming into today's action. He's 2-1 with a 3.48 ERA. Brown has 2 saves in 10.1 innings. In 10 1/3 innings, he has 8 strikeouts, but he has walked 7. He's allowed 4 earned runs. In fact, all the runs he's allowed have been earned, and 9 hits with a .231 opposing batting average. Third baseman, number 19, Brian Bastillo. So Brian Bastillo will be the 8th batter of the inning. Started off with Martucci lining out to center field, and Alex Weinstein with a solo home run to left center field, his 3rd of the year. And right back to the mound, Brown will run to the bag, flip it over the Grimes, and the Gothic Knights leave 2 on. But not before drawing even on 3 runs. 2 hits, including the solo home run by Weinstein and the 2-run single by Michael Patterson. Gothic Knights and Rowan tied at 3. Nick Toronto, the catcher, had a 2-run home run in the first inning. One of 2 home runs in this game as the wind is blowing from right to left. First pitch to Garcia, by Garcia, I should say, was a ball, as is the second pitch, so it's 2-0. That's inside. Balls and no strikes. That's 3-1 as Garcia nips the corner. 3-1 pitch, and that's line, but it's foul. Into the seats on the left side. So it'll be 3-2. The 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for Rowan here in the top of the third, tied at 3. And that's line to right center field for a base hit. Nick Toronto is 2 for 2. Rowan has 4 hits on the day. The designated hitter, number 15, Kevin McMenamin. So McMenamin will come to the plate. He lined out in the first inning. And first pitch, eye high. That's high as well, 2-0. Toronto at first base, nobody out. Top of the third. That's in the air. Deep left field. The ball is carrying. Rivera back. Reaches up. Cannot make the catch. It's over his head and bounces against the wall. Toronto is on his way to third base. And the throw goes into Bastillo. And Toronto and McMenamin now in scoring position after McMenamin's no out. Double to left field as the third extra base hit in this game. And Rowan threatening to retake the lead. First baseman, number 44, Casey Grimes. So Casey Grimes, who walked in his first plate appearance, will be the first of 3 Rowan batters, barring an odd double play, to try to give the Pros back the lead. And the first pitch is ball 1. Petey Garcia deals. Swing and a miss on the change. Time granted by home plate umpire Ferd Scaglione. One ball, one strike. Garcia steps off. curve on the outside corner for strike two. And Garcia asked for Castellano to come back out for a quick convo. That's popped up. Foul territory. Weinstein gives it a look, but it's out of play. Foul back right at me. And remaining alive is Grimes at 1-2. That's in the air, deep down the left field line, but it is very foul and very far. So the sixth pitch of this at bat will come up after a couple foul balls. Swing and a miss, and Garcia gets him. The right fielder, number 21, Matt Hill. So Matt Hill, who walked, that came in the first inning. He is 4 for 4 on the day with a sac fly and a walk. Hill had asked for time and it was granted. That's why the pause. Garcia deals. That's hit in the air to center field. Patterson retreats. This is going to be a sac fly. Toronto will score. The throw comes into Martucci, and Rowan regains a 4-3 lead. He now has 5 RBIs and 2 sac flies on the day. Center fielder number 26, Felix Colarte. So Colarte, who struck out swinging in the first inning. And swing and a miss as he got him with the changeup. Good opening pitch by Garcia, now with 2 outs. Rowan leads 4-3. They've out-hit the Gothic Knights 5-2 in Game 2. That's high. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. That's high as well on the curve. It's 2-1. Garcia's thrown 62 pitches, but he's still in the game. Rice originally started for Rowan, but was knocked out in that second inning after 1 2/3. Head coach Juan Raniero not going to mess around with a playoff spot on the line. Curveball nips the inside corner, and the only reason that's possible is because of how close Colarte stands to the plate. Colarte right up against that line on the right side, or the left side, I should say, of the right-hand hitter's batter's box. The pitch by Garcia, swing, and in the dirt. Castellano will have to throw down the first to complete the play, and does to the foul side of first base. And Weinstein puts his foot on the bag, and the inning comes to a close. But Rowan does regain the lead. 2 hits, including a double by McMenamin, leads to the sac fly by Hill, and Rowan leads 4-3. Bottom of the third inning, Rowan leading 1-0, and 4-3, I should say. 1 run in the last inning. I imagine it was still 1-0. Pete Senazin leads off and takes 2 quick strikes. Inside, and it's 1-2. Brown starting his first inning of work after coming in relief of Rice and getting a quick out to end the threat. 1-2. That's low. It's 2-2. 3, 4, and 5 hitters do it for the Knights. Senazin, Martucci, and Weinstein. Curve is high, but not by much. 3-2. That's fouled away. Brown working quickly. The 3-2 pitch. That's lined on the ground, fielded by Winkler in time. The shortstop, number 10, Michael Martucci. Martucci, who had 3 hits in game 1, he flew out to center field in the second inning of game 2. First pitch to Martucci is a fastball for a called strike. Brown right now is the pitcher record for Rowan. As long as he stays effective out there, as he's not the starter That's grounded again on 3 hops this time. Winkler, who throws on for the out, 2 away. To get the win as a reliever, you just have to come in when the previous pitcher is not eligible for a win and just be effective. And so far, Brown has been extremely effective. He's retired all 3 batters he's faced. First baseman number 24, Alex Weinstein. The last time Weinstein came to the plate, all he did was crush his 3rd home run of the season over the left field fence. Umpire calls time. I'm not sure why. The apparent delay is because one of the sprinklers is leaking in the outfield. Apparently what happened is that one of the heads was exposed and somebody had, I guess, exposed it during the game or during pregame and knocked off the cap, so it is leaking. And as somebody who has in-ground sprinklers in their home yard and has a family member who has driven over one of the sprinkler heads at the edge of the driveway, I'm not going to tell you which person it was, but somebody in my house, and it wasn't me. So you put 2 and 2 together. So we're going to have a quick time here as you see Jerry Smith wearing number 27 and Nick Cesar wearing number 23. Speaking with Pete Vincent, he's on the right side of your screen, talking about, you can see with his foot motion, talking how one of the players had exposed the cap of the sprinkler head. And they're going to try to get this worked out. As they do, I'm going to step aside. We'll be right back on the Green and Gold Network. After a 22-minute delay, both head coaches and both umpires have agreed to resume action, saying that the leaky sprinkler head is not a hazard. It's not a tripping hazard like the Buffalo Wild Wing commercials where the sprinkler head would pop out of the ground. But it is spewing water. I got to thank Zach Markle for that reference from the bullpen. He was mentioning Buffalo Wild Wings. And the first pitch to Weinstein, who homered to left field where the sprinkler heads are off. That came in the second inning to make it a 3-1 game. That's low. And it should be 1-1. I'm sorry, 2-0. Inside, nearly hit Weinstein, and count is 3-0 after the lengthy delay. You think this hurts Brown, who's been sitting without throwing for a while, and he throws 4 straight balls. Of course, then on the flip side, Pedro Garcia is in the Gotham Knight bullpen. He's been getting cold. The right fielder, number 32, Matt Wagner. Now, the unfortunate part of this whole thing is that on the first base side, as they're trying to figure out how to turn off and isolate that one sprinkler head, throw back to first, and Weinstein's in. One of the sprinkler heads next to the bleachers on the first base side went off, and anybody nearby got a bath. You saw a bunch of Rowan parents running for cover. First pitch by Brown is high. One-0 pitch. That's high as well. 6 straight balls since the sprinkler had a delay, and got the Knights trailing 4-3. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Rowan. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Knights. Batting here in the bottom of the third. That's a fastball on the outside corner, and Brown finds the plate. And that's line for a base hit through the left side. Weinstein goes to second base. And he'll stay there, and that will bring up the very dangerous Andrew Rivera. The left fielder, number 1, Andrew Rivera. Andrew Rivera walked and scored on the 2-run single by Michael Patterson. And Rivera swings and misses at the first pitch. Actually gets a piece of it, a foul tip. Andrew Rivera leads the team in RBIs. A hit here could tie this game again. Curveball. Nice pitch by Brown, and the count is 0-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. That's outside. Blocked by Nick Toronto, the catcher. .420 in the afternoon. Originally, it was supposed to be raining at this point, but the forecast that called for rain. Check swing by Rivera. He went around, and inning's over. And he slams the bat down. The forecast that called for rain originally at this point in the afternoon has been adjusted and should rain later tonight. And we're supposed to get a lot of rain. So the leak in the outfield with the sprinkler head will not be what causes flooding on this field after today's game. But the Gothic Knights and Rowan are able to get back into action. Here is 2-out walk to Weinstein, and a single by Wagner are for naught. They leave 2. We head to the 4th. It's 4-3. Top of the 4th inning. We'll see how that long delay affects Pedro Garcia out there for the Gothic Knights. Perez, the left fielder, will lead off here, and the first pitch by Garcia is a strike. Left fielder number 19, Eric Perez. Perez is a sophomore from Hope Lawn, New Jersey, Woodbridge High School, Middlesex County product. Check swing, went around, and it's 0-2. Perez hitting .263 on the year. Number 9 hitter in the lineup. That's off the plate. Ground ball, and it's going to be through the left side of the infield for a base hit as Perez leads off the inning with a single. Throw misses a cutoff man, but it's backed up by Weinstein. And back to the top of the lineup. Second baseman, number 3, Brandon Winkler. That is high. Castellano quickly out of the crouch. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 1, 1-1. Showing bunt, perfect bunt here, and Garcia's throws offline. It's an infield bunt single for Winkler. So 2 runners on, and nobody out in the top of the 4th. Rowan leading 4-3. They now have 7 hits. Third baseman, number 11, Danny Lang. Lang drops down a bunt. That's trickling foul. That's a smart play, by the way, when the Gothic Knights do smack that ball once it goes foul, even further foul. That way, there's no chance that it could roll back into fair territory. It is a dead ball once it goes foul, unless it does roll back in. Lang offered at that one, so it's strike two. Lang trying to advance Winkler and Perez both in the scoring position. Perez standing at second base right now. Garcia deals, that's outside. Mets were 5-4 winners over San Francisco today. That series now even at 1. That pitch is low, it's 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, two on, nobody out. Garcia deals as the runners are in motion in the dirt and everyone advances. So Winkler and Perez both credited with a steal. And it's 3-2. Swing and a miss. Lang is down on strikes. Fourth strikeout. And head coach Jerry Smith has seen enough. He's going to pull Pedro Garcia out of the game here with 1 out in the 4th inning. So the shortstop Magliaro will be due up with 1 out. And the new pitcher is going to be number 20, Kevin DeMauro, who pitched in game 1 in relief and ended up being the losing pitcher. Kevin Tomorrow, now in relief of Pedro Garcia, will face Mark Magliaro, the shortstop, with runners in second and third, and the curveball is a strike. Ground ball. Cruz, throw to the plate, is in time for the tag on the force. So the fielder's choice. Winkler has to stay at second base on that one. And Perez retired at the plate 4-2 on the fielder's choice. Catcher number 9, Nick Toronto. Toronto is 2 for 2. He had a 2-run home run in the first inning, a single to lead off the third, and he has scored both times. Now hitting .382. Tomorrow has already retired one inherited runner, and he's an out away from keeping this a one-run game. First pitch is a strike. In the first game, Tomorrow, that's a tough loss. Went an inning and 2/3, allowed just 1 run and 2 hits with a strikeout over 24 pitches. But he was the pitcher record when Rowan regained the lead. One ball and 1 strike. Up until about a week and a half ago, Tomorrow led the conference in ERA, but it has climbed after making a start against Kane. In the dirt, Castellano to third, but sliding in. On the pitch in the dirt. And Magliaro goes on to second. So Magliaro now at second, Winkler at third. 2 balls and 1 strike. That's low. It's 3-1. Kevin Tomorrow has been a ground ball pitcher most of this year. That one, though, is popped up. In the shallow center, Michael Patterson underneath it makes the catch. And the Gothic Knights get out of it as Kevin Tomorrow, with his 20th fly ball out of the year, versus 35 groundouts. But it gets the job done. Rowan threatens. They have 2 hits, but they leave 2. And we head to the bottom of the 4th. It's a 1-run game, 4-3. Mike Cassiano to lead off for the Knights here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up, and Cassiano walked and later scored the tying run on a 2-run single by Michael Patterson. And the first pitch to Cassiano's outside. Mike Cassiano, sophomore at Newark, New Jersey, North 13th Street High School, 6 foot, 204 pounds. And second pitch is ball as well. It's 2-0. Inside, nearly grazed him. Mike Cassiano. His major is currently undecided, although he notes he wants to work in the professional security studies field as he takes strike one. So you would imagine that he will eventually commit to criminal justice. His favorite meal? Cereal. Swings and misses at that one. It's 3-2. He was a first-team all-conference selection while playing 4 seasons of varsity baseball at North 13th Street High School, but he strikes out swinging here. And after being ahead 3-0, the next 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Second strikeout by Brown. Second baseman number 21, Juan Cruz. Juan Cruz walked before being stranded on base in the second inning, hitting .203. Takes a strike. That's off the plate, 1-1. Way outside, 2-1. And Cruz lines it to left field, and that's going to fall in front of Perez for a base hit. So Juan Cruz was his 3rd hit of the afternoon. And the Gothic Knights have the 1-out runner on. The center fielder number 28, Michael Patterson. Michael Patterson 1 for 2 with a 2-run game-tying single in the second inning. Patterson, a biology major, who hopes to become an orthopedic doctor. And takes ball 1 as he had the bunt ready to try to sacrifice Cruz. That's low. It's 2-0. Juan Cruz has not stolen a base this season. That's inside, and they called a strike on the corner. Now, one thing we can say that home plate umpire Ferd Scaglione is consistent because he called the same pitch last inning. Patterson swings and misses at that one, and it's 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. There goes Cruz, and he has to stop. And I think he was trying to make Rowan believe that there was going to be a hit and run. And that was in the dirt, and it's now 3-2. And throw back to first. Cruz is in standing. It's a pretty good fake there by Cruz. He had me fooled. And Nick Toronto came quickly out of his crouch to get Cruz back. But Cruz really goes this time. The throw down, and he's going to be out. It's going to be a strike him out, throw him out, double play. 2-4, and the inning comes to a close. Patterson strikes out swinging. Cruz is out 2-4, caught stealing. And the Gothic Knights, a 1-out hit, but they do not score. We head to the 5th. It's 4-3.